Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you my custom arrangement of Amazing Grace. This video is just going to include how to play the melody and then show you the basic chords that we use. If you'd like to learn how to put them together as I demoed at the start of this tutorial, that video is part of my Fingerstyle course, which is available at andyguitar.co.uk. It has the full complete tab and everything like that, but as I say, this video is going to be super easy. We're just going to be covering the melody and the basic open chords. So really appropriate for beginners, this one, and you'll find more helpful links in the description where there are links to tutorials for how to play the C major scale and other similar basic melodies and simple chord arrangements of songs like Happy Birthday, for example. So let's make a start, and the first chord in this song is the C major chords, and I'll just demo the chords first of all, but as I say, we'll be looking at the melody a little bit later in this video. And you could stay on that for Amazing Grace. Okay, but the second chord could also be an E, and I do like that sound personally. Amazing Grace. And then we need an F. Now there's a nice open chord way of playing an F, which would be great here. How sweet the sounds. Basically an F major 7, but so the C major, middle finger down one string, little finger directly under the third finger. And then we'd be back to C. So amazing grace, how sweet the sound. And any way you know how to play an F would be totally fine there. Let's just cover the basics of this first of all though. The second line, that saved a wretch, just staying on the C chord, like me. And this is a G major chord. I'm choosing to play it with third and little finger for how we do the chords and melody arrangement, to keep it the same for how I demoed at the start of the video. So that was just C. Saved a wretch like me. Third line, I once was lost. That's C that we started the song with. Add the third finger on the third string, third fret. Was lost. Then to an F, and that's where this F that I showed you earlier, 1, 2, 3, 4, thumb optional over the top, is very handy. But now I'm found. So that line once again, I once was lost, I once was lost, but now am found. Final line, was blind, but now I see. So really just sticking to the most used chords, which we call in the key of C, the chords that work well with C, and the melody is based on the C major scale that I'm going to show you now. We're going to look at the melody. If you want to learn the scale that this is from, links are in the description, and the melody would start like this. I'm going to use fingerstyle. You could use a pick. All that I'd remember with the fingerstyle is whenever we play string 3, I'm going to play it with my first finger, string 2 with finger 2, string 1 with finger 3. So it's like the first 3 strings, but in reverse, and we assign the fingers to those strings throughout. So, okay, and we've got our first finger down where it was on a C chord. Nice and easy to start with. Sing grace. That's the next bit. 3 notes, starting with the thinnest string. So just plucking the string 1, middle finger, and then the third middle finger plucks string 2, and the third finger goes down at the 3rd fret. Then to the first finger. So this is probably the trickiest bit, really. And then we finish on string 1. Because it can be a little quicker, that part. Let's just have a go from the top. Amazing grace. Third finger at the 3rd fret again. how sweet the sound. And that's the first line. So generally, that's that C major scale I mentioned earlier. That tutorial is down below, but let's just have a recap of where we've got with this first line. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Second line, very similar. That saved a wretch. So that's exactly the same, in fact. Until, like me. I would really recommend using the third and then little finger. And these are two notes out of the G chord. String 2 and then string 1. That line one more time. That saved a wretch like me. Third line, exactly the same as the first line. Different words, but the same melody. Third line, very similar to the first line again, but it's just a different starting note. So we're going to go for the easy version. Open thinnest string, little finger on the third fret of that thinnest string. I once, then the same as the first line. Was lost, but now am found. That one more time, the same as the first line, apart from the first two notes. I once was lost, but now am found. Then if you can, well, I'd like us to try something called a hammer-on. If you put your fingers, or your first finger where it is on a C, so the first sort of couple of notes of this chord, of this song, and what we're going to do is play almost the start of this song. You know, the amaze, but what we're going to do is hammer on the middle finger. Was blind. And you'll notice I did that a couple of times in the intro of this song. It's a bit of a high level technique. Keep the first finger down already. Hit down that that middle finger right on the tip. And that goes to the lyrics. Was blind, but now can see. Was blind, but now can see. Let's have a recap from the top now. So we began. Okay. So let's go through this together really slowly. If you could play along with me, I would love that. That's where the most benefit will be felt. Let's give this a go together. In 1, 2. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like little finger. I once was lost, but now am found. Hammer on. That's how to play Amazing Grace. I would make sure you're making the most of the feature where you can slow down anything on YouTube. I believe it's down this side, but it could be down there, but I think it's down here. You can just change the speed of this so you can slow it down to 0.75, so 75% speed. Whenever you're doing any guitar lesson, that is super handy, or if you want to play along to any original recordings, that's so handy. The remainder of this lesson and all the lessons that will accompany it to enable you to play the chords melody arrangement that I demoed at the start of this video are in my Fingerstyle course, which is available at andyguitar.co.uk, and I'll be sure to leave some links on the screen now. There's more links to helpful lessons with Fingerstyle and the major scale and things all in the description of here, and thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate your support.